Welcome back to part 6 of my series of I've had it with AutoNation. So today is December 26th. It's the day after Christmas. So, we dropped off the van on December 20th. Yeah, December 20th, to get the rear liftgate switch replaced because that was one of the recurring issues. We were told that it should be ready on the 23rd, and then I got an email stating that the part was delayed, and so it should be ready by December 24th before noon. Keep in mind, I'm Latina. The Latinos celebrate Christmas on the 24th. Like, that's our big family day. That's when all the celebrations happen, basically. So instead of just enjoying our day with family all day, we braved like the biggest storm in decades, according to all the news outlets. It was really crazy. So we drove, my husband and my son and I drove all the way from our home to Costa Mesa to pick up Vanessa. And we got her. And then we drove home, and the storm was so bad we decided, you know what, we're not driving to see family today because we've already been out in this crazy storm. We were hearing on the radio all these different freeways were closed down because they were flooded, vehicles were stranded. It was really insane. So it wasn't safe to be out there, but you know, that's AutoNation doesn't care. That's when the car was available, so that's when we went to go pick it up. I did open the trunk as soon as I got to AutoNation, and it did open fine for me. All right, let's see. Got the van back. All right, I unlock it. Let's see. Trunk. Oh, yeah. All right, it's opening like it should. Let's hope this lasts. All right. And then let's see the sliding door. All right. See the sliding door. Okay. Vanessa, I hope you behave. My husband also opened it independently from me, and he said he did notice it wasn't as smooth as expected. He said it kind of caught a little bit. See what I'm talking about, though? This is the type of stuff that drives you absolutely crazy. Vanessa's always had issues where they happen like once, and then you try it again and it doesn't happen, and it makes you question reality. You know, am I stupid? Do I not know how to open a trunk, or is this real? So then you try it again and it opens, right? So you start to question, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this isn't really happening. But here's the thing. We took it home. We didn't experience any other issues. Then later that night, we tried it again. It happened to me. I pushed the latch button. It didn't work the first time, and then I did it again, and it worked the second time, and then I questioned myself, did I really push it that first time? I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid, but you know what? No. I'm not just a girl. I'm a 40-year-old commercial pilot. Like, I do kind of understand some buttons, and I have a basic understanding of, like, how an electrical system should work and how a vehicle should work. Like, no, I'm not a mechanic. No, I couldn't fix it myself, but like, I have like at least like a baseline theoretical understanding of how these different components should operate, right? I know there are like switches, and there are electrical components, and there are fuses, and I even have a baseline understanding of like what different symptoms mean as far as like what could potentially be wrong. And so my theory has always been that there is some electrical problem with this van. I sent an email to Isaac expressing my concern because I told him, hey, what do you think the odds are that the left sliding door motor failed and the right sliding door motor failed, and we've needed 2 batteries replaced, and we've needed the rear liftgate switch replaced. What are the odds that these are all like independent problems that have happened at the same time to this van? What are the odds that that's happened versus like, I don't know, some kind of electrical issue that's causing all of this, right? And again, I'm not a mechanic. I don't know. I really don't know. If I did know, I'd fix it myself by now because I'm tired of dealing with AutoNation. But to me, this just seems like there's some kind of like overarching issue that's causing all of this, right? The reason I think we've gone through 2 batteries by now is because there's something causing a parasitic drain on the batteries, right? That's what I think. It could have been a failing sliding door motor, right? That was just like causing the drain on the battery. But both motors, that leads me to believe it's something where both motors are connected. Again, I don't know, like some kind of loose wire, loose wiring, like a harness of some sort. I don't know. I also don't know how both sliding door motors and the rear liftgate are connected. Like, I don't know if there's something that connects both of them, but I would guess there might be. I would also think that it's not that unlikely that there's some kind of electrical issue causing the sliding door issue, and then maybe a separate issue causing the rear liftgate. I don't know. I'm not the expert. If I was the expert, I would own my own shop, right? But I don't do any of that. I just bought a van from AutoNation, thinking that everything would be fine. And here's the other thing. I posted on Reddit. My cousin recommended this, actually. He saw my videos. He saw videos 1 through 5, and he texted me and he was like, they're treating you like garbage. And he's like, you know what? I have some suggestions for you. Why don't you post on Reddit and see if these like auto dealership subthreads have any advice for you? And I thought that was a great idea, so I did. But I hadn't realized that I was kind of posting on the wrong thread for getting advice on how to deal with this, because I was posting to people who work at auto dealerships, and they're like bootlickers. They're the kind of people who love what they do. They love ripping people off. So I posted like, hey, this is a situation I'm in. What do you think I could do? And then somebody kind of like, they asked some follow-up questions like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, when did you buy it? What's the return policy? So I replied, you know, the return policy, according to AutoNation, is 3 days. And then the reply I got was like, enjoy your van, ha, ha, ha. They didn't actually add ha, 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 but that was kind of the tone. And then somebody else is like, oh, with 90,000 miles, you know, like basically, what did you expect? You know, ha, 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 enjoy your van, you sucker. Again, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that was kind of the tone, was basically like, you're stuck with this. You're so stupid. What did you expect for buying an old used Honda Odyssey at a Lexus dealership? Again, I'm exaggerating for the content, but that was kind of the tone that I got, was basically these people think I'm stupid for, you know, buying, and yeah, admittedly so. It's an old van and it has like 90,000 miles on it. So yeah, I didn't buy a brand new car. But here's the thing. I live in California. We have consumer protection laws. You think it's funny? You think that it's okay to charge me tens of thousands of dollars for a vehicle and sell me a piece of crap? It's not, actually. There are consumer protection laws. Pretty much any product you buy in California comes with an implied 30-day warranty. So the expectation is that if you buy a consumer good in California, it should work as expected. And if it doesn't, the manufacturer needs to fix it. In the case of this used vehicle, the dealership needs to make sure my car is running as expected, not only with the implied 30-day warranty, but they actually gave me an explicit 90-day for a 1,000-mile warranty. And I know you guys remember the date, December 24th. That's when my 90-day warranty expired. Well, guess what? Since my car has been in the shop so much and out of my possession, the warranty period actually gets extended by how many full days it's been out of my possession. So I did the math. Let me check again. But I don't actually know the definition of, like, the legal definition of full days. So I just decided, for some quick and dirty math, what I did was the day I took the car into the shop and the day I picked it up from the shop, I didn't count those days, okay? But so I did some quick and dirty math, assuming that the warranty period is like the worst case scenario for me. Well, my warranty has been extended now to January 16th, okay? January 16th, because I've been without Vanessa for so long. She's always in the shop. So my 90 days doesn't end until January 16th. So if I experience any more issues, I'm going to bring her in again and they're going to fix it. Also, according to the consumer protection law that I've been referencing, it's called the SONG Beverly Act, if you're curious. If you have ever been in a situation like this before, go ahead and Google it. It's called the SONG Beverly Act, and it is a very good consumer protection law in the state of California. Yes, we can take it in again. And also, even after January 16th, when my warranty expires, actually, that's the best case scenario because that's assuming we don't take Vanessa in again. But so even after it expires, if we experience the same issues, like say the sliding doors don't work again, 60 days after that warranty period ends, well, guess what? Then that means that they didn't actually fix the van to the standard they were supposed to, and they're still obligated to repair or replace the van. So I actually reached out to the dealership again. I stopped, I didn't email Fabian or Isaac or Sharon because these are just like service representatives. I don't know exactly, what their background is, but the way I see them is they're like the secretary, basically. They're guys that work at a computer, and they are like the people that come out and take the car and then input all the stuff into the computer and let the service technicians know what's going on. So I didn't bother them with this because this seems like, above their pay grade. But I emailed Brian, the general manager of Lexus of Cerritos, and I emailed Elmira because she's the fleet manager and she's responsible for the sale. She was responsible for selling the car to me. So I emailed them, and the title of the email is like Song Beverly Act refund, something along those lines. And I emailed them and I let them know that after we picked it up, we still experienced an issue with the van. And I let them know my demands that I want all of these things. I want a refund. I want you to fix it. I want to be compensated for all of my wasted time and money. I did the math. You know how much driving we've done just shuttling this van back and forth for repairs. So I'm including getting the van to the shop every time we've done it. I'm including getting back home. And then I'm also including the drive time that my dad had to do. You know how much driving we've done? And when I did this math, I hadn't even included the last pickup, by the way. This was the 5th time, not the 6th time that we had picked it up. I'm going to put it on screen so you can see, but we could have driven from my house in Los Angeles to Provo, Utah. Okay, that's how much we have driven, over 600 cumulative miles just getting this van in for service and getting home. That's insane. Not to mention our time. I'm just talking the mileage, the wear and tear on our own personal vehicles, the gas that we've had to burn getting to and from. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I emailed them saying, this is what you've put me through, right? Like, so I'm expecting you to repair or replace this van. This is what's required by law. And also, I'm entitled to some form of compensation for my time, the wear and tear on my vehicle, all of this. So, that's the update. I don't know. I mean, best case scenario, like sincerely, the best case scenario is that everything actually just works fine, that we don't have any more issues, and that's it. And we don't ever have to think about Lexus of Cerritos or AutoNation again. That's the best case scenario. I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll see if there's a part 7. Thanks for watching.